Assalamu alaikum guys, hope you're well, hope you're good. It's your brother Naseem Khan. This time with another show, fantastic show in the limelight. First of all, Happy New Year to you all. Hope you're enjoying your time at home because that's all we can do at this moment in time. Before I go on to my guest, I just want to say one thing. Hope everybody's okay, hope everybody's well, stay safe. And I know it's snowy out there, it's a bit cold out there, but what can you do? Let's hope for the best. Let's hope this year brings the best for us and the good for us, inshallah. Right, before I come on to my guest, this is an exclusive one. Let me show you his little clip.
प्लेस लुधियाना में है सर। कैसा लग रहा है कि आपकी पंजाब की टीम तो सबको हराई जा रही है नॉन स्टॉप। इनफैक्ट अभी तक जो मैंने खिलाड़ी भी देखे दिल्ली के, दे ऑल सो वेल बिल्ट, ऐसा लगता है जैसे कि कोई चट्टान के अगेंस्ट फाइटिंग चल रही है। इन लोगों के बारे में आप क्या बोलना चाहेंगे? कितनी मुश्किलें महसूस करनी पड़ती है टू रीच दिस स्टेज? व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट द बॉडी बिल्डर्स यू जस्ट सॉ? He just plays with his hair all the time. And then before I finish, look at his mooch. His mooch also grows 3 times faster than ours. Ranveer Singh, thank you so much for joining me.
And there you have it, guys. Welcome back. You've guessed it. It's our very own Salil Acharya, who many of you know from back in the days on B4U First Cut. And let's see if I can get him on the phone right now. Ringing is ringing. Hello Salil bhai, how are you brother? Welcome to UCTV. Hello Salil.
Thanks buddy, good to see you. I mean, hear you.
You will see me on screen anyway. I've sent you the link. Hope you're well, hope you're good. I just want to say thank you very much for giving us your time.
Sure man, anytime. Tell me, what's up?
So basically, let's go back to the beginning. Obviously, you're an RJ, you're a VJ, and then you went into acting. Let's start how you started, because we all remember you from First Cut and B4U, and that's how me and you met when I used to be the artist back in the day. I travelled to Wembley. Tell us how it all started for you.
Yeah, so actually speaking, it all started about 19 years ago when I came to Bombay. And I wasn't actually planning to do all this because I was actually a very good student. I was good enough to almost get into London School of Economics.
Fantastic.
And I graduated top of my class, and I finished my graduation in economics, and I was going to actually figure out what to do after that.
Right.
But then I won this RJing hunt, which was a nationwide hunt in India for the first time. They asked me if you can come to Bombay. This was in 2002.
Oh.
And I said, sure, let's come to Bombay. And then things pretty much went like a film for me. I mean, you know, from radio, I did about a year of radio, and then I won a modeling hunt, which was India's Hottest Man title that I won, which is hilarious when you think about it now. But yeah, I did. And then after that, B4U started in 2004, January, B4U started. And simultaneously, I ended up doing a lot of television acting. And so I did some of the biggest shows in the country, and from Kasauti Zindagi to Kyunki Saas, and I had my hoardings everywhere. And it was pretty much insane at that time. And I remember I hit really big time in about 2005 and 6. I was about 26, 27 at that time. And, I've never heard of anybody with that kind of fame, because obviously I wasn't from Bombay, nor was I from this industry.
Yeah.
And there was crazy fame at that time, and we saw all that. And I remember coming to London for a show for B4U, UK, and as I hosted.
Yeah.
And, the crowd was crazy because they were like, my television characters were very popular. I was the first frame. So, B4U also, of course. But it was also because Starplus was so big in UK as well.
Absolutely.
So I remember my first show was on Sony, which was Game Live Fair, and people flipped out on that as well.
Yeah.
So I was one of the few artists, I think, in the entire Bollywood industry that was. I had 5 television shows on at one time, and I was doing D4U as well. So. Today it's simple because you got Instagram and you got YouTube and you got everything.
Yeah.
Back in the day, television was the only medium, and I had 6 shows. So there was a time I remember with the Great magazine. It's called Great, which is they called me the next Shah Rukh Khan in 2007 because they said nobody is doing more work on TV than he is, and he's acing it.
Absolutely.
But so it happens, and then obviously it sometimes you can't handle all of it because it gets crazy and everyone gets little weird around you, and I had a few fights here and there with some big producers.
Yeah.
And so things went a little different from 2009 onward. Yeah.
So when you're saying about fights with producers, I mean, I've experienced that myself because they tend to think they, number one, they know it all, and number two, they don't want to listen to the actual person who's got talent. And when you're saying back in 2005, I think we were probably the similar age, 25, 26. You know what I mean, at that time.
Yeah.
And that was the peak where we were traveling everywhere. Like I said, because obviously I was in the music game myself. I left the music game and then I came towards doing the sheets, and obviously I do my podcast now. So I can understand where you're coming from, but it was more harder then to do it. What did your family think about it when it first happened? Hello, Salil?
Yeah, sorry, I lost you there. Now I'm back. Yeah.
What did the family think when this first happened for you?
The thing.
You cut out there, Salil.
With the chat was.
Just say that again, Salil. You cut that out. We lost you.
Hello?
Yeah, just say that again. We lost you there.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. So when I had disagreements, there weren't disagreements with. Yeah. I think I'm back now.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I had disagreements, they weren't like with just any producers. They were like with the heads of the channels and the biggest names, Today there are big film producers. So there was a slight difference also. And this was, I had disagreements because obviously there were certain things that I was doing, and it wasn't, like I'd become like possibly one of the bigger stars in the entire Bollywood / television world.
Yeah.
And I made my debut in Awarapan, and I was nominated at the Stardust Award. So everything that I was doing was quite crazy, and so the disagreements resulted. But also another thing is, which is what I would tell everyone, is that because I was doing so much work, I was able to say no a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because as a result of doing so much work, I made a lot of money initially.
Yeah.
And unheard of money at that time for somebody. I remember people used to say he's the most famous person who nobody knows.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious because nobody really, because they said he's done everything that there is to do, and they used to also say he's one of the richest producers in Bollywood. Because I actually started producing television shows, but when I was 27 years old. So it was very quick. Everything happened really quick with it. So the family was chilled. Yeah. The thing is, I've actually been pretty solo since I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And I've taken care of, my households and friends and family. So my upbringing wasn't the same as everybody else. I was probably very independent when I was 9 and 10, and I was contributing to family when I was 15, 16. And I was taking care of the family when I was 20, 21, 22, and so it didn't really matter. Like I said, I was blessed because unlike a lot of people, I really made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And money was a very important thing to give me the power to say no. and which is why I didn't do lead roles in television, because I would get bored of it.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to do 5 or 6 different shows and travel the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I traveled almost every country, 30, 40 countries, just doing shows all over the world. And it was pretty good. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And just to give you an idea of how crazy it was, Ranbir Kapoor was an AD who'd come to see my film Awarapan. And when I first met him,
Yeah.
I said, bro, I'm for Savaria. I said, great to meet you. He says, great to meet you, man. I've seen you on the big screen. I was an AD for Black when I'd gone to see your film. So imagine, that's how I met Ranbir Kapoor first. So, I actually, a lot of people expected me to continue to do film and do a lot more things there, but it was a very different world, yeah. The film, and you end up being very insecure because you're pretty much at the mercy of the big producers. Today, a lot of people understand what nepotism is and
Absolutely.
all these things. But we faced it a long time back. I mean, this is nothing. I mean, it was launched by Mahesh, but I've known what nepotism is way before people could spell nepotism.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't matter. That's there with every industry. It's not a big deal.
No, I think personally, I think personally,
Yeah.
you followed your own passion, what you wanted to do. And secondly, you're a genuine person from the heart. I can understand that when you say you looked after your parents. I've done that myself. Yeah. And when you start from the bottom with your passion, your feet are firmly on the ground. If you hung around with circles and, chata party and this and that, then you would have been on the big flash screen lights and all that. But I think the perfect choice would be is not to do that. But these days, many people think, you know what, let's make our way up and let's step on other people's shoes. Do you think I'm right?
Sometimes I think, I did suffer because I didn't, it's not that I didn't want to hang out with them, because you have to understand, the cool party was us.
Yeah.
We were the cool kids.
We were
everyone. So the issue was.
No, Salil. What I mean by hanging out, meaning that कुछ लोग होते हैं ना जो high society.
Yeah, but see, also that's more now.
Yeah.
That's more now.
Right.
Like I said, we pretty much created this industry 15 years ago.
Right.
So at that time, when I'm talking about Bollywood, there was literally only, even Akshay Kumar didn't exist. I mean, he was nobody in Bollywood.
Yeah.
You literally had only Salman and Shah Rukh, and Amir Khan.
Yeah.
And literally there was Aftab Singh here and there. I remember going for an audition for Absolute Vodka, and Saif Ali Khan was in the same audition, for a different role, of course.
Yeah.
But he just come out, he just re-come back into the limelight with Dil Chahta Hai, but he wasn't a big star at all.
Yeah.
So it's not like we could have been any one of those people at that point of time.
Yeah.
So I understood that, but I didn't want to take such a huge step because I realized that today it's very simple to be an actor. In our time, 20 years ago, it was very tough to be an actor and pay your bills and do all that. So, which is why I built this little mini empire in Bombay, which wasn't so insecure about whether a producer gave me work or not. I mean, I've known Salman Khan for 12 years. I've known Karan Johar for 15 years. And I've known them really well. I don't mean just meeting them at a filmy party.
No,
I mean having lunch and dinner also. But they never offered me a role. So you don't ask for that. You don't talk about work in front of them because, you don't force somebody to say that, I'll just give you a role. I didn't want to do one of those best friends or the seventh best friend, kind of roles.
That's what I'm saying.
You choose your path.
That's my point.
Today, because of digital, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. You see, at the end of the day, when I say to you that you're down to earth, at the end of the day, because you are. We communicated, we made that little link, and then obviously today here, you're on live on UCTV podcast.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people sort of, they relate to this because you want to do what you want to do, but you also want to do it without actually relying on somebody else to sort of help you out only.
Absolutely.
And I think Bombay can be a very ruthless world. The last year, unfortunately, has sort of brought that out a lot. A lot of people did not have enough to carry it forward. Everyone's always living paycheck to paycheck here, So sadly, the COVID has really changed things around for our entertainment industry because things aren't going to be as, for example, I'm supposed to come to London in March for Matrix Fight Night, with Tiger Shroff.
Yeah.
But now with COVID again, I mean, we don't know whether we can actually come because there's not enough time.
Yeah.
So, supposing if you were going to come, about 400 people were going to get employed.
Yeah.
40 fighters from UFC were going to get employed. And so a lot of things would have actually happened, but now they can't. So, people don't understand the kind of tough times that have happened because of COVID, especially for our industry.
Absolutely.
The other industries will always get like something from the government.
Yeah.
Or they'll bounce back. But with us, it's really tough.
Absolutely, it's tough. I want to also wish a happy first birthday to your little one and a happy new year to you and your family as well.
Yeah, man. Thanks, buddy. Same to you as well. Happy New Year to everyone listening in.
I know. We're going to get back to you in exactly 20 seconds. I'm just going to take a quick break. Stay on the line, please, for another 5-10 minutes, and then I'll take your leave, yeah?
Yeah, all right, buddy.
2 minutes, Salil. Stay there, yeah? Right, guys, we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, man. It's cool.
Right, guys, welcome back there. I don't know what happened to the breaks, but like I said, this interview is very important because the brother Salil has given his time out, and at the end of the day, we have to respect that time because he's in India and we're in the UK. Salil, welcome back, my brother.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Good to sort of connect. But yeah, no problem at all. UK, London, America, Timbuktu, doesn't matter now. The digital world has connected all of us easily.
Absolutely. So after you did your first movie, was it Awarapan in 2007, yeah? What happened after that?
Yeah. So the film didn't do as well as a lot of people wanted, and as a result of that, so Imran's career didn't take off, Mohit Suri's career sort of stalled, Vishesh sort of stalled, and I was actually considered the next big thing, and I didn't get a single phone call.
Right.
And I was going like, okay, I don't know, every critic just praised me, from Tar Adarsh to Komal Nata to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going, every single newspaper had an article about me, everybody wanted my interview, but I didn't get a single call.
Right.
I mean, not the ones that I wanted. I got films that I didn't want to do, but I was very surprised about that. So, I remember going back to television then, because what I actually did was, because I'd done, the film was very appreciated, critically one of the biggest films of the year.
Yeah.
So television, again, I became hot property in television again. So I went back to TV.
Yeah.
And I did TV, a lot of TV actually, till about 2009 and 10. And then the big subprime crisis in America, the financial crisis sort of collapsed the entire world. And, television was one of the first to actually get very badly hammered.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I remember I was producing a lot of sound, digitally. So I was one of the first people that started producing a lot of sound, and not podcasts, but something similar to this, because I started that then. So I remember somebody asked me, will you come back to radio? I said no, and then radio had really changed, and huge privatization, one of the big companies that founded radio. There was a lot of money in radio, and I said, okay, I'll come back. And I came back for a short while, I thought. But then that show became a historic show, I mean, now I'm 12 years now, I've been back in radio, 11 years. Yeah. I mean, I've won New York Film Academy, Best RJ. I mean, I'm not just talking local. We won all over the world.
Fantastic.
I remember 2018, we won 9 awards. There were 10 award functions, and I won Best RJ in 9 of them. So, we sort of really, rating-wise, it really sort of became big.
Yeah.
My radio show really became fantastically large. And I didn't have to leave it because I did the morning show, right? So I do 7 to 11 in the morning.
Right. And
I still kept shooting the whole day.
Look at that.
In the middle of that, I shot 3 films. I shot 3 a.m. I shot, another, not such a great film. I shot another film as well.
Yeah.
And Ashiki 2, of course, the very famous Ashiki 2, which became one of the biggest blockbusters of all time.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Salil bhai, that's fantastic, man, because you've shown us. Now, many people won't know this, hence, this is why I do this. What I want to do is break the mold, between the artists and the actors and the fans, because many people don't get to hear this, And my mission here is to let the people listen to what actually people do, whether you be like yourself, you're very, very successful. And you've told us what you've done, where you started, and many people don't tell you that. You just look at them on the screen. So, I really appreciate what you've done here and told us.
Yeah, you've just got to do it, because a lot of people come to do this for a few years. I've been here almost 20 years now, and we haven't come here for 20 years also. We really have to stay, because we made this industry. We pretty much created this industry.
Absolutely.
And as a result of that, obviously, the longer you stay, and if you're decently good at your work, you end up getting the fruits of labor. And so today I'm in a position where I can command a few things here and there. My podcast on Spotify is one of the biggest podcasts in the world, and awesome. The radio show is going great. Deepu is still there after 19 years. Our production's going great. So things have really worked out in a very interesting way. And also I get to continue to do exactly what I want to do, which is the most important thing. I don't like, so the reason why sometimes I don't like acting so much is because I want to produce the film as well, because I want to have a say in everything. I just don't want to follow just what a director is saying, and film becomes a medium like that.
This is because
a lot of people always ask me, why don't I want to do more film? I said, I'll do more film, but I'll do it with friends who allow me the freedom to say what I want to say, and I don't want to be scared on a film set to say what I want to say, and then have people say he thinks he owns everything and he thinks he's directing the film. But I like that. I like a very collaborative effort, and that's the reason why I think I don't do as much anymore.
It's because you've been independent from a young age, and obviously you've made it happen for yourself. If you didn't make it happen and you weren't independent, then you do that yes and no. You know what I mean? But I think that's what's given you that pedestal.
I guess yes, and I think a lot of people do trust me also, because I try. See, a lot of people work and then they think that they want to get off work. I work 18, 20 hours a day, and I've been doing that for the last 20 years. And I love what I do because I don't call it work. It's fantastic,
Absolutely.
My hobbies are work.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what I do.
And that's exactly what I've done. Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you want to give a message in final? Do you want to give a message to the youth out there?
No, man, just follow what you want to do. I mean, there's so many things out there. Whether you're a TikToker, whether you're doing Instagram, you're an influencer, or you're doing serious acting, or you're acting anywhere, you have